Saturday. Good to get a run under your belt on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good. Good to get out there and play again and play with the young kids. They've obviously been showing a heap over the pre-season, and it was no different on the weekend. Especially in that second half, I thought some of them showed really good signs.
Who are the guys that really impressed you there?
I thought some of the young mids, Harry Schoenberg and Ronan O'Connor, quite clean and saw them breaking through stoppages. Fisher and Mackesy and Joshy Worrell down back I thought were impressive as well, and then we had a lot of blokes up forward. I thought Benny Crocker played a really good game as well.
Was it important for you and Hardo, Jake Kelly to get another run, leading into Friday's game against Gold Coast?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get the match fitness up. We've had a fair few match minutes and intra-club obviously a couple of weeks ago, so we have had plenty of football, but obviously getting that competitive edge against an opposition was important, and we were able to get that on the weekend.
Is what you've trained over the summer working? Did you feel like it worked?
Yeah, when we did it, especially on the weekend and the week before that against Melbourne, when we do it, we see the reward. But we just got to get more consistent and do it for longer periods of time. And hopefully this week again against Gold Coast, you'll see that over more consistent brand of football over the 4 quarters.
How important is that feedback for players and to encourage you to keep sticking at it when you do see something work and it comes off, it give you a bit of a boost?
Yeah, massively, yeah. Obviously, you go in with a new game plan and change is always different, and you never know until you get out and do it. And you do it against each other for 4 months or 3 or 4 months over the pre-season. But when you do it against opposition, you see them stand up, then obviously you gain that extra confidence.
What's the biggest change game plan-wise?
Probably just the way we defend has been slightly different, a bit different to what we've done over the past. And we are seeing signs of owning the ground a lot better, and we are working towards that, and it's probably the area that we're putting the most work into. And over the pre-season, that's the one that's probably gotten the most improvement, but still has the most improvement to go.
You touched on a few of the guys. Another one that was really good was, particularly the second half when the ball got there, was Darcy. He looked like he's gotten a bit bigger and stronger and sort of owning the football a bit more.
Yeah, Fogarty. Yeah. No, he's great. He's had a good pre-season as well, and I think based on the footy that he played last year, it was really exciting. Kicked the 5 goals against West Coast late in the season, and we saw what he can do at the level. And with pre-season under his belt, improved fitness, gotten a bit stronger again. He's a massive boy, and he hits a contest as hard as anyone. So looking forward to seeing, and hopefully gets the opportunity this week.
And Fisher, as you touched on, didn't look out of place. Did look like he'd been playing for 3 or 4 years, let alone first game. Yeah, he's sort of got an old head on him, Fish. He reads the game, really well, and just so composed, unflustered, I should say, or not flustered. Yeah, he's very cool, calm, and collected down there. And I dare say at some stage this year you'll see him play. And what about you? Obviously, you didn't play. I don't think you played in the first March Cup, did you? So, feeling like you're ready to go and obviously want to play this week to put yourself up there. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and I feel as good as I felt. The most that I've done since being here, or since I've been in the AFL system. So I've been able to bank a couple of pre-seasons now, and looking forward to hopefully playing this week. We'll find out later on in the week and get another game in and get going.
Because you've been pretty stiff, I think. A few of the injuries you've had haven't been soft tissue, have they? They've been just unlucky.
Yeah, a few impact injuries last year sort of cost me a few weeks, and that consistency and continuity. So hopefully, they're behind me and can have a crack at it, and see what happens. Play a few games in a row.
Do you see Friday's game against the Suns basically round 1 dress rehearsal? We'll try and pick your strongest team and sort of play the game plan or the game style you guys have been doing for a few months and just see where you're at? Yeah, generally speaking, the last sort of practice game or JLT game in this instance is as close to round 1 dress rehearsal as possible. So I think it'll be no different this week. But we'll find out more. It's only Monday, so just seeing what's happened over the weekend with everyone, and then go from there and work out who's playing and who's not. So I'll see. Obviously, you had 26 in the first game against Melbourne. Maybe cut it back and sort of tighten those rotations.
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably be 22, 23. Without knowing, I'd say it'd be closer to that. Yeah, so that everyone gets more minutes that'll replicate what they'll get in round 1.
And all the guys that played in the Origin game, like Sloaney and Smithers and Lady Tex, they're all sweet.
Yeah, as far as I saw them up there in the gym before, and they were moving around well. So I think they're fine.
Did you watch that?
I watched a little bit of it.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, it was cool watching it. It looked fast, and talking to them, they said it's the fastest game they've ever played in. So it's a good spectacle, and for a great reason. So.
Will your role change at all this year under new coach Matthew Nick's new game style, new defensive format by the sound of it? Will your style change at all?
A little bit, fairly similar. Probably across wing, half-back. Every now and again we'll slide through the midfield as well just to change faces. But it'll be fairly similar to what I have been playing in the past few years.
When you mentioned the defensive structures, is it just something that you're setting up differently this time around this season under Nixon? How will that sort of work?
With
your new defence?
New defence. It's just more spots that we run to, what we prioritise in terms of whether it's getting at them or setting up behind the ball, just different things in the defensive principles, I suppose. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick up on it on game day. Everyone tries to defend in their own way. It's not like we've gone from man-on-man to a zone defence or anything like that. It's just slightly different principles and what Nixie wants to get out of the defence.
And what's been the major change with Nixie coming in this season as opposed to like the season before?
I don't know that there's a significant change. The significant change is obviously personnel, but it's not just Pikey. There's been a lot of roles and personnel, whether it's playing, administration, coaching staff. So, there's not one big difference between. I haven't sat there and compared Don to Nixie because obviously Don was great for 4 years while he was here, and Nixie's only just starting. So, but he hasn't put a foot wrong. Like he's been great. He's very. Easy to get along with and very approachable and very passionate as well. So it's been a good mix.
Is it easy to cast all that aside, Cedar? Like the sort of uncertainty and the big change that you have had is like a pretty significant transformation. Is it easy for the players to just cast it aside and now we move forward with a new group?
I guess so. Well, you sort of had time over the pre-season, or the off-season really, the 10 weeks that you had there when all of it was going on with the role change. You lose players in the trade period, delistings, you lose coaching, you gain coaches, you gain players, and then you have 2 or 3 months that you have to train with them. So I guess it sort of almost feels old news. With the football world moves so fast. When people retire, you have blokes like I remember Scotty Thompson was here for 14 years or whatever, and all of a sudden he moves on. You got to move on. Like you sit there and you go, how great of a player was he? But then, he's now moved on. He's at Port Adelaide as a coach, and so it just keeps going. You got no choice really.
And how have the new guys all settled in, all the draft picks and the guys? You got like Cocker and Keys, they all settled in really well, have they?
Yeah, really well. Yeah, they're great. They're great people, and they have provided that added depth as well. So both of them will be around the mark this week, and I think they will anyway. I'll leave that up to the coaching staff, but I'd say that they'd be in the mix, and they've had great pre-seasons as well. They've slotted in seamlessly.
We've seen a lot of people talk about the Crows and probably having low expectations to do a rebuilding year. As a player, where do you sort of see the group and what are the expectations heading into this season?
Some of the stuff that we've done over the pre-season has been really exciting. I guess people are sleeping on us, and that's for them to do. We're putting in the work, and we know what we're doing. Everyone's looking forward to getting out there this week and then further to round one. We think that we'll surprise a few people with the way that we'll play. The most important thing is that we play to how we want, and the fans and everything like that are happy, and the results will look after themselves.
Is that a bit of a motivating factor that you said people are sleeping on, you might be written off in some circles? Yeah,
I suppose so. I think when I first come over in my first year, we were the first thing was released from the media, and we were supposedly going to finish between 10th and 12th, and I think we're in the top 4 with a round to go. Had a bad performance against West Coast and then slipped to 5th or 6th, but we were right in the mix that year. You never know. People are entitled to their opinion, and we'll just go about our business.